Y'all, it's your mile high priest, up about a mile high, if not at a mile high, on a moon's day, Monday, July 31st. The moon is still crawling through Capricorn. Y'all, I am still vibing off of the last reading. I changed my shirt, but I was having some issues with the sound on the video, so that's like the kind of initial beginning was chopped off, which is just the kind of intro. Magicians, high priests, high priestesses, kings and queens, this is your highest court. I'm your jester with a mercurial, lunar, planetary, stellar, vibrational, Venusian, Marsian, spiritually guided divine messages from spirit. Yeah, so it is a longer vision, still a number 44, 44 still like just along the ride, along for the ride. There's a cat meowing, 444. An 8, it's gonna take that release, okay? It's gonna and we've kind of been discussing what release means, right? Release means processing, assimilating. Writing will help you a lot, okay? I keep getting, so the peacock is here again, which is tied to the Eight of Wands, which is very significant connection to spiritual messages, spiritual downloads. Sparks of light, okay. And I see the star up here. On the Dolphin card, live joyfully in the present, Archangel Jules. So the Venus star point, the commitment to Venus as you know, to tend to her, to tend to for your offering. A lot of writing, studies. What kind of studies can you undertake? I think perhaps you're already kind of digging into those sorts of things, kind of like maybe building your Rolodex of subjects that you want to get into, categories of different spiritual, technical things like that, production skills perhaps that you want to gather, maybe developing content, just very studious. I also I keep seeing very dualistic and very spiritualistic, very spiritually guided to, when you talk to Venus and you spell your dream, how will you access the keys? How will you access the keys to your paradise, your dream? By the commitment to work, and you will make significant jumps, both over the span of time, but in shorter spans of time you will also see that, but that will be sort of that struggle of that reminder of wow, I've been through some but it takes that slow kind of progress, keeping hope and faith, keeping the hope to stoke the fire of faith, okay? This is a Plutonian, Saturnian, Plutonian, perhaps Saturn, Pluto, or you're going through Pluto, what astrologers call Pluto a transit, a Pluto transit, a Saturn transit. You're going through a transit, Saturnian and Plutonian. So we'll take just working with spirit, but also working with teams and working with people, earthlings. Commitment to communion to spirit and higher source, commitment to that. You're seeing the sparks of light, and Venus, the Venus star point draws you in. How you spin the wheel, will you spin it in your favor? Yeah, there's a lot of truth, but again, you're making huge strides. There are spiritual truths or spiritual developments, fast rises, again, teaming up and following along with your work along the way, wherever you are along the path. Your work in many arenas and subjects and commitments, and right now it's kind of good to test waters. Your commitment to both your earthly treasure, but also your spiritual paradise, your vision, your commitment to heal yourself, and through your work, regardless of wherever you work, whatever you do, to heal others. I mean, I still get a lot of writing, communication. Perhaps Gemini is your north node. Perhaps you're a Gemini north node, so that means Sagittarius is your south node. Or perhaps Gemini is your moon sign, or perhaps your Gemini rising or something like that, or Gemini sun sign. A lot of Leo qualities, Leo. Cool. Yeah, these cards wanted to talk. The Shurs, Sculpturo. Queen of Wands says hello, and the Hermit. Wow. Alright. Yeah, definitely Leo energy, Leo feminine, and Piscean, Virgo, and yeah, all the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, it's just slow, methodical work with gains along the way. I mean, obviously you have checkpoints along the way, right? Whatever you're working on. Venus does ask you to work on relationships, and a lot of it is also yourself with the nodals, your body, and so Chiron is also acknowledging or asking you to acknowledge the body. Where do you stand in truth with your body? So again, we have the Page of Pentacles that just flew out. 9 of Cups. Joy. So you have to live in your joy. I guess people will think you're sort of aloof, but you come with a lot of knowledge, and you have to have a little bit of humility. You have to work on your sacral chakra. Yeah, fun, pleasure. Yo, I closed the window and it got warm. It has been. I'm at the end of my day. I took a long pause after, but this messages kept coming root and sacral work. Wow, two very spiritually, divinely guided messages. Okay, so a lot of joy and a lot of working on what brings you joy, pleasure, inner child work, as well as rooted childhood work. So yeah, I mean, we all know that through the longer it's that polishing, like you're in a self-analysis mode, and you're also realizing different aspects of you, and some of them you've polished because you're very aware of those. So you've tended through time, you've tended to certain aspects of you, especially perhaps working, building abundance, things like that. Obviously, natural law of society. So it is more there's a shift, the law of the land, and you see that there's maybe more significance to me of the root and sacral colors here, and the land, and then this man's discovery of treasure in the Nine of Cups. So they're both in sort of landscapes that are expansive, there's polishing involved. Do you see the 4-pointed stars? There's many of them, so it's definitely divinely guided, and it's through spiritual understanding, and your when you honor how close of ties you have to spirit and your ancestors, you're rewarded. Okay, it's like that gratitude. This is more than a gratitude practice, but it is very much a gratitude practice, like for your God, for your gods, for your God, for your goddesses, forever, for whomever, forever. You're very much a child of the divine, and you're meant to be joyous and learning and finding different ways to explore and expand. You have a lot of space allotted to you. Oh wow, yeah, the tin is here. Obviously a lot of deeply rooted healing, so along the way, pausing, breaking, taking breaks. You're coming from, wow, why would the rabbit not be here? I get those songs, Fly Like an Eagle, Set Your Spirit Free, and then I always feel like somebody's watching me or something like that, or the wheel in the sky keeps on turning, and something about a hawk in the sky. The spider is very relevant, and very present. Methodical work, okay. A lot of your law of the land, law of fire and air, shaman qualities, healer qualities. Spirit is always watching you, so don't be feeling anxious about that. A lot of fire, air, brighter. I have the Two of Swords covered. It's a cool image. I don't think I get restrictions, but see the moon again and all the 4-pointed stars. Oh wow, and I love the star. She's wearing a little tape bikini. But yeah, very much the star, right? And the 8-pointed star then, so 4-4. There's a dualistic kind of approach. There's the earth's fruit and the fruit of your spiritual labor. How can you alchemize that and bring that into methodical work, very process oriented? How can you be process oriented? And in the midst of that, you are, shedding away. So shedding away a lot. So leaving something behind. A lot of that is the pain, right? A lot of that is pain, but processing and alchemizing and learning from your mistakes. Not always in that mode, right? Like, you gotta have fun. But don't use fun to mask, okay? Don't use fun to mask. Don't use the earth products. I don't know why I say the earth products. Don't get too I guess caught up in the earthly pursuit. Okay. Yeah, you have a lot of great work to do. A very expansive leader. Wealth generating land. Just a very discerning. A lot of cards fell out. I freaking love the Hierophant in this deck. Check him out. Check the High Priest out. Wow. Okay. It's going to take strength. It's going to involve strength. Okay. Venus says hello. 8 again. 8. Okay. 8. Didn't we already have 8? Well, we had 9. I guess the 9 of Cups. Yeah, you're the emperor. Yeah, you gotta bring in more love and have more fun. Like, definitely do the work, do the I guess that's the kickoff, right? Like, it's taking you a lot to do that, to like acknowledge that you're actually like, maybe at a point in time you had natural reserves of strength and confidence and building, like generating, and a lot of this theme now is coming from somewhere else. Okay, it's like there's a bit of like the mask quality, especially with the Two of Swords being here, and the star with their mask on. It's about tending to that mask, right? has that spun you out like into acknowledging all right, remember you've got an alchemical mess going, right? Like you're trying to kind of rid yourself of, ultimately you're putting down all the mental like anguish, right? But it is starting from commitment to at least the initial acknowledgement of spiritual like inspiration that you must seek. You must seek some inspiration, a lot of inspiration right now. You must seek the source, okay? Like not the false source, not the moon, not the illusion, the sun, okay? But like, yeah, again, I understand that you're seeing the too black and white, okay? It's too black and white. The scene, your perspective, like if I go down this route, I'll have to work harder or something like that. Like, no, you won't. You're already doing a lot too much. Again. Look, the Eight of Wands, how cool. And the Peacock was here already. Seven of Wands as well. You're back, King of Pentacles and Emperor. Cool. Yeah, you're gonna need to learn maybe as you get the sparks of light, one of your discernments has been to actually determine what's worth your time and energy, because you're involved in a lot of nonsense. And that's what sort of keeps you kind of like hopeless and like tired and beat up. This involves great work, and with the wise soul, it does involve so much knowledge beyond you that you're accessing, and it will absolutely be acknowledged in whatever route or whatever like role you play as far as like your career or job or occupation. Okay, there's no need to like dissolve your emperor status, but you are the emperor. I guess Venus gives you the nod, a wink and a nod, like doing well, okay? Seeing the longer vision, the Hierophant, seeing the longer vision and seeing the options from the spiritual standpoint, and not being misled and not mistrusting spirit, and not getting caught up in your egoist choices and behaviors. Again, the Page of Cups leads to the Ten of Cups, bringing you bring yourself like the love and care, bring yourself to joyous things for your like inner child, like you love to learn and love to explore, and you're also magical and a magician and a healer in whatever occupation you hold. You're a leader. having to shift from the one being hurt to the one I got great work to do, boo. keep it up. I love this short message, shorter than normal message. Keep it light. All right, y'all. I'll be back with a full moon message pretty soon. It got really warm with the lamps and my windows being down, but we will likely continue a lot of the Venus star point messages that are like trickling through. Enjoy, please pack lightly, spell out your vision,